All right. Welcome back. Welcome back, people. I'm back already. My work is never done. It's never done. So I'm back already. And I might just spend the entire week with you all. It would be my pleasure. There's a lot going on that we have to deal with. Now, I just reported on this yesterday. Isn't that right? If I'm not mistaken, I reported on this most recent live stream. Dog trainer shares 8 best breeds to own if you have kids. Now, just in case anybody missed it, when I saw this guy's face, I knew that he was about to suggest bully breeds. At the very least, large, dangerous dogs. And I was right. He actually suggested 3 bully breeds. Boxers, and 2 different types of bull terriers. Staffordshire Bull Terrier and the Border Terrier. He also suggested greyhounds, Saint Bernard, and his number 1 pick was golden retrievers. I knew that he would do that. Golden retrievers. Now, as far as I'm aware, golden retrievers and Labrador retrievers are about the same dog. The only difference, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know much about this, is the color. Golden retrievers are urine yellow, and Labradors, now I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the same basic mutt. So I was furious after I read this article, and I spazzed out on this nutter having the audacity to make such a suggestion on a viral video. If you're dumb enough and you're such a nutter where you're going to suggest the best dogs for kids, because that's basically what he tried to do. When you're talking about a mutt that's family safe, you're talking about the kids. The very least you should do, you filthy nutter, is suggest the smallest dogs possible. But of course, that's not a part of your nature. That's not your get down. Nutters get off on seeing children in grave danger. Well, anyways, this article surfaced yesterday. The one you're looking at surfaced yesterday, and I reported on it yesterday. This story surfaced today. Right, where we at? And as you can see, I have accumulated a whole bunch of stories. Here it is right here. Look at it. Look at this. America's most dangerous dog breeds you should be wary of, including 2 family favorites. Basically the opposite type of article shared yesterday. Now, what do you see here? Looks like 2 labs. Now, I don't know. Is this a golden retriever right here? Check this out. 2 family favorites. Labrador retrievers. How about that? At the very least, a retriever. It's the same basic dog. And they have it, and this is the son. They have it on their list as one of the most dangerous dogs that families should be wary of. And they based it on the dog's actual attack rate. Scroll down here, they pointed out how Labrador retrievers are, look, this is the most dangerous breed. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Labrador retriever was the 8th most dangerous dog to own. Number 8. How about that? Another dog that trainer suggested was boxers. Boxers are the 9th most dangerous dogs on the planet. So this only reinforces my criticism of this nutter dog trainer who happened to go viral. Again, this guy should have his license revoked and all kinds of things. Now, what is this? I'm telling y'all, people, stories are falling out of the sky. Can y'all see this? See this right here? I haven't even looked at this yet. I don't think so. Dog maul hell. My son, 11, was mauled by a dog and needed 150 stitches in his face. Okay, when did this surface? August 21st, 2022. That would be 2 days ago. Went under the radar. Now, this is not the child. That was a look back at Jack. That's Jack Lease. So this took place in the UK. And of course, I'm sure it was another bully breed. Now, these children forced to live inside of a home with bully breeds is ridiculous. It's criminal, and it needs to stop right now. It needs to stop right now. Go to my PowerPoint real quick so I can make a quick point here. Now, y'all remember this guy actually said that you need to teach your children how to behave around dogs. Teach your kids that dogs are not to be climbed on. They're not a climbing frame. Don't bother. Teach your kids not to bother the dog when the dog is eating or sleeping. As always, anytime these trainers, behaviorists, veterinarians want to give advice on how to prevent dog attacks on children, they talk about the children misbehaving. Even though when you actually read the reports, when you actually watch the video, the attack on film, they never, ever, ever provoke these things. Incredible. My apologies, people. I'm chewing a piece of gum. Incredible how these people can make statements like that and not suffer any backlash. This has to be one of the few professions, I'm sure there are more, but this has to be high on the list of professions where you can say the most ridiculous things that flies in the face of logic and is not substantiated by any facts. These claims, this narrative that children provoke dog attacks, provoke the dogs, they do something to the dogs. This is not supported by not one piece of footage. Several dog attacks are caught on camera, and this narrative is not substantiated by any of those videos, and they're not substantiated by any of the reports. Now, this guy said you need to teach your kid, respect the dog when it's eating, respect the dog when it's sleeping, don't climb up on the dog. Same thing all these other behaviors say. And shout out to Nikola Tesla. And shout out to all of you literal crusaders. Shout out to my literal crusaders. And I want y'all to understand the work that you all do out here, leaving comments on not only my videos, other content creators' videos, videos of news reports, pit bull victim awareness videos, all these videos all over YouTube. Your work is just as important, if not more important, than our work as creators. Because you go out and make our presence known everywhere you go, everywhere you leave a comment. I've always viewed Nikola Tesla as like a co-author to my channel. Always leaves brilliant messages. And I wish I would have thought to clarify my point in this manner. I love when I run across people who listen to my video and say something in a different way. It's like they're adjusted to a different frequency and help to amplify the message. Like I said, my content gets more validation and strength when the comment section also correlates with the videos. But he quoted what this nutter right here said. And I'm on a mini crusade against this guy right here and these behaviors. Y'all know I got a thing for all these people, these therapists and trainers and whatnot. But he is on my bad side. So Nikola Tesla quoted said, "Make sure to teach your children to leave the dogs alone when they are eating and sleeping. Teach your child to be respectful of the dog. Teach them this, teach them that." Nikola said, no, it is adults that need to be taught to stop bringing these filthy vermin into their homes if they have children. We need to make sure to teach adults to be respectful of children, which includes allowing them to live in an environment that doesn't require them to constantly walk on eggshells. No child should be under constant threat of mutilation in their own flipping home. People, this logic, this simple logic right here should be the basis of all homes in this country. That every home should start with this basic foundation, that the children inside the home are not under constant threat of mutilation. And like I've said, I know a lot of children follow this channel. And I want all of my young people to know that it is your right to tell your parents that you don't like that dog. It is your right. If you are afraid, if you feel like you're nervous around the dog, if that dog scares you, then that dog should not be there. It shouldn't be there even if you're not afraid of it. But if a child is afraid of a dog, that's even more reason why it should be removed from the home. So this is serious, people. Nobody, understand me, nobody can argue against this. Nobody can refute this post right here. And this should be the type of logic that shapes our laws. And the laws need to be followed. Like I said, many of these laws We have enough laws on the books to make dogs illegal right now. And they're not being followed. They're not applying these laws to dogs. And that's the cut and dry. That's the bottom line. They refuse to apply our current laws to dogs. Instead, after every attack, oh, it's an accident. Freak accident. Freak accident. Oh, this never happens. Unbelievable. Now I had something else to show y'all here. Let me go back to the internet. I hope y'all having a fabulous Tuesday. I hope the week is treating you all well. Man, I got so much work to do. Okay, where we at? Okay. Now let's go back to the drawing board here. I still need to find out this guy's. I need to look deeper into this guy. What a lunatic. Now, what is this? Rise in number of children hospitalized by dog attacks sees RSPCA issue important advice to Derbyshire owners. Okay. Are they trying to respond to this rise in dog attack? Okay. Is this their show of responsibility? Now, I'm late to the party. This surfaced May of this year. Right? 3 months ago. What did I miss? Did I miss the dog lover world actually owning up to the hazardous living environments that they create for children? Are they about to own up to the fact they never should have had any business having a dysfunctional, deadly mutant inside of the home? Are they going to own up to their terrible error of teaching kids that dogs are harmless, teaching kids to pet, hug, and rub on them? Let's see. Let's see. Right? New data revealed increase in number of children under the age of 15. Now, keep in mind, they're talking about children. Second worst year, they're talking about how much is written. Okay, let's get past that. Blah. Okay, yes, there's a sharp increase. Now, let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this. Dr. Samantha Gaines. You already know where this article is going, people. And I know you all remember Dr. Samantha Gaines. Isn't it like clockwork? Man, oh man. Did I read this article before already? Do y'all see how they will repackage articles over and over a long distance? I've seen articles that are just mirroring articles from a year prior. But if any of you missed Samantha Gaines, and they put her thoughts in, every article, every media outlet, seems like. But she said many families share their homes with dogs, and the vast majority of cases live harmoniously together. However, children often treat dogs like their friends, using a lot of physical contact to express their affection, which dogs generally find threatening. And that's basically the gist of this article. Blame the children. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with them doing that if the reports and the video footage actually showed children provoking these attacks. They never do. They never, ever do. Now, what is this? Resident hurt after trying to kick unleashed aggressive dog. Well, if this was in self-defense, which it sounded like it was, then good for them. Good for them. It's too bad this person got hurt defending him or herself. resident and his canine, who had a harness but apparently wasn't leashed, got excited when the man walked by on the sidewalk. Yet again, as always, unprovoked, 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 unprovoked. Each and every time they attack adults, unprovoked, children, unprovoked, other animals, animals, unprovoked. And they just kill just to kill. Another article surfaced the other day, I don't even think it was a day ago, where another dog went around and killed a bunch of sheep and alpaca. How many of y'all seen that story? It might pop up here. Let me see. Let's see. Here it is right here. Like clockwork, huh? Look at that. It surfaced 9 hours ago. Told y'all people, I'd be all over this stuff. All over this stuff. Sheep and alpaca killed by a mutt, just going around killing animals for no reason. Again, if you're an animal lover, you should hate dogs. You should definitely hate pit bulls. If you are an animal lover, you should hate pit bulls. Even dog lovers should hate pit bulls. Pit bulls should have everyone against them. Animal lovers and dog lovers. It's your responsibility to hate pit bulls. Pit bulls are what makes dogs in general look so bad. They make dogs look several times worse. All these marches these nutters have all across the country trying to speak out against breed-specific legislation. Where are the rallies and marches and circuses against pit bulls? We're going to usher in a new world here. These nutters, it's out of hand. They're out of control at this point. And it is time. It is time they have awakened a sleeping giant, which is the masses of people who are fed up with this sick, evil backwardness. You understand? Now, no predator goes around killing animals just to kill them for sport. These things don't even behave like our... Listen, animals, natural animals are special. You know, the Egyptians believed that we come back. We are reincarnated, that we live several lives. And oftentimes we come back as animals. Okay? A lot of respect for animals. One reason why I respect them is because they don't behave like dogs. They do not behave like dogs. It's time that we paid more attention to that. While the dog didn't bite, the victim did try to kick the dog. That's when he lost his balance and fell to the ground. Oh, excellent article. Excellent article showing concern for this person defending him or herself. Or himself. And then lost his balance. Has he opened a GoFundMe? How bad is his injuries? I hope he joins us. Join us. I want to hear some of these people and some of these stories that I cover here. Oh, another thing. As I mentioned in the members area, man, y'all can see, y'all can tell I got more work than I can keep up with. It's unbelievable, man. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Now, what is this?
A mail carrier is recovering tonight after being attacked by two aggressive dogs. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rob Macco.
And I'm Marilyn McAuliffe. Fortunately, she did survive, but not without the help of some good Samaritans. 13 News reporter Lane Ball joins us now from the Huntington studio with the details. Lane?
Rob, Merrily, this incident happened along Riffy Ridge Road in the Red House area. Now, I did speak with neighbors and police officials, and both say an incident like this is not normal. It happened around 1:20 p.m. on Thursday. The postal carrier.
An incident like this is not normal. They say that after every single attack. Here it is, dozens of attacks every single day, and these people continue after each one. This is not normal. This is not normal. This is not normal. See how offensive that is? How dare you tell me this is not normal 10,000 times a day? Like, who do you think you're talking to? Don't let these people insult you like that.
Was running her route like normal when she came to this road, where officials say she was attacked by two dogs. Lieutenant Shane Shamblin with the Putnam County Sheriff's Office says deputies were dispatched to the area. When they arrived, they found two neighbors trying their best to help.
Now, y'all remember, I reported this yesterday. I reported on this yesterday. The 61-year-old postal worker who was attacked by mutts.
When they arrived on scene, the dogs, what appeared to them that they were actively trying to drag her away. So I think without their assistance, this could have been a fatality, yes.
According to a humane officer, the two dogs were shot with tranquilizers, but were still showing aggressive behavior, forcing officers to quickly euthanize them on scene. Lieutenant Shamblin says the woman sustained deep lacerations to her forehead and arm and was taken to CAMC, where she is currently in a stable condition. The dog's owners' names have not been released yet. As to what charges, if any, are being filed.
Did they say, okay, they said the dog owner's name. People, that lady died. She did not survive. She died. Now, this briefing just surfaced 2 hours ago. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. Just want to sort of...
I'm Colonel Joseph Wells, and I'm the Chief Deputy here at the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce a few other folks that are here with me.
Okay, no, I'm not going to go through all that. But she died. This looks like this might be a quick little report. No, everything is not okay. You see how excited the dog lover world gets when people survive? Someone was terribly mutilated, but the good news is she'll be okay. Oh, no worries. She'll be just like new.
Let's get you in the know now with some other stories that are making headlines here this evening. A Florida mail carrier was killed after deputies say 5 dogs attacked her when her truck broke down. This happened Sunday at the Interlochen Lake Estates in Putnam County. Deputies say that when they found the 61-year-old woman, she was on the ground. She was severely bleeding. People nearby told them that they heard her screaming. They saw the attack, and actually several neighbors apparently did try to pull those dogs off of her. Deputies said that one even shot a gun into the air to try to scare them away.
Y'all think this lady provoked these dogs? See, Nutters, after every single attack, we're doing the real research. We're asking all the real questions. We're pointing out what needs to be pointed out. We're pointing out the things that you ignore. You ignore how these dog attacks are always unprovoked. And it's not rocket science. I don't need to dig deep to find out these things. These attacks are unprovoked. The journalists quite often will say it was unprovoked. If not, then the actual footage of the attack shows it's unprovoked. As bad as these people, look at how often they put out this rhetoric, this narrative that dog attacks are always provoked. You would think that people would be programmed to call every dog attack provoked. That's not the case. These people are not bending over backwards at the opportunity to say, yo, yeah, the dog was provoked. Because when a tragedy happens, most people have an instinct to tell the truth. Unless you're like some sick nutters, like the ones who made up that lie about that boy who got his arm bit off, claimed that the boy went upstairs, found a sock, put a sock over his arm, went downstairs, went outside, stuck his arm underneath a fence to play with a dog. That's the lie they whipped up. And later on, they came out and said that that was a lie.
County's Animal Control has taken custody of those dogs. The investigation continues.
And this is what they just call rare. Like, what are you talking about? We just had that girl who had her colon removed, who lost all her limbs. And then we had Jacqueline Durand, Brooklyn Curry. What are you talking about, rare? And those are just the well-known ones. But they're not years ago. These are recent attacks. So the 61-year-old lady died. She died. And they're still pushing these killers off as the best friends of children. You sick lunatics. What is your sick, disgusting, evil obsession with children? What is it? This has to be called out. A lot of people are reluctant to call this out because they feel like it's weird to speak in defense or to speak about children at all. They don't want to come off as a weirdo. The weirdos are the nutters. They're obsessed with children. They're obsessed with dogs. One of the main things they want to do when they get a dog is get it around a child, you sick, weird lunatics. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show y'all something.
The Cane Corso is a large and powerful dog breed, originally from Italy. The breed is known for its size, strength, and loyalty. The Cane Corso is a popular choice for families looking for a big dog, but they should be aware that this breed needs...
And you notice they did not skip the opportunity to show this dog alone with a child. A video. Let me start this over. This is what I'm talking about. I'm playing this to hammer my point home that these disgusting, sick lunatics, these are the weirdos. They are obsessed with bringing dogs around children and leaving children alone with it. And this is how many of these attacks happen, people. They're trying to make a nutter video, take some nutter photos.
Large and powerful dog breed, originally from Italy. The breed is known for its size, strength, and loyalty. The Cane Corso is a popular choice for...
Y'all, man, people.
The Cane Corso is a...
That child had to have been 1.5, maybe 2 years old. That baby looked like he just recently started walking not too long ago. And the boy laid on the dog. That was endangerment. Now, reflect on YouTube's policy and ask yourself, why is this video up? Why is it up?
Powerful dog breed, originally from Italy. The breed is known for its size, strength, and loyalty. The Cane Corso is a popular choice.
Let's not show. I'm sorry about that. Every time you scroll down, it resets.
Powerful dog breed, originally from Italy. The breed is known for its size, strength, and loyalty. The Cane Corso is a popular choice for families looking for a big dog, but they...
2 kids in a row. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying? And these kids are alone with these dogs, people. There ain't no supervision. It's just a sick sacrifice. What do you nutters, what do you get out of endangering the life of a child? You really got to be a sick, demonic evil lunatic to get off on that. When I see a child alone with a dog like that, I get scared. That is disturbing. That is a disturbing image. And the only thing that needs to be done is to get that dog far away from that child. Look at this unsightly mutant. How dare you, lunatics? Something's wrong with you all.
This breed needs plenty of exercise.
Why would you want to why are y'all obsessed with having kids around these things? What is wrong with y'all?
Training to stay happy and healthy. The breed is known.
Y'all hear that? It needs plenty of exercise to stay happy and healthy. In other words, it needs to be walked often so that it don't attack you. That's exactly what they say. That a lack of exercise, a dog might attack you. Sound like a creature that's just bred and born to fight and kill.
Its size, strength, and intimidating appearance. They can measure up to 70 centimeters at the shoulder and weigh up to 50 kilograms. However, despite their large size and impressive strength, Cane Corsos are actually gentle, affectionate, and loyal dogs that make great family pets.
And once again, show another child alone with this thing.
They love.
Said it make great family pets. Said that it's gentle. Cane Corso, huh? Oh, man. People, these nutters make me sick. They make me sick to my stomach. Let me show y'all something. In response to that nutter video. That was a Cane Corso. This story surfaced 2 days ago. 11-year-old boy attacked by a Cane Corso. May 18th, 2022. Dog bite with same force as a lion destroyed after attacked a 3-year-old boy. They say the Cane Corso has the most powerful bite of all dogs. And according to them, these make great family pets. You show a fully grown Cane Corso alone with 3 different children. These people are obsessed with killing kids. They are obsessed. I believe in the back of their mind, they want it. If you get off on the tease of death, if it somehow turns you on, when you see something deadly with a child, you're a sick individual. And there has to be some part of you that's looking forward to the bloodshed. I can't think of any way else to explain your deranged behavior. 7-year-old girl, this surfaced March 15th. Killed by a Cane Corso. Was she killed? Actually, she's just disfigured. The dog left her disfigured. It's a Cane Corso. Y'all remember I recently reported on this story, right? Y'all remember Daniel Twig? This surfaced May 23rd of this year. Y'all see the headline? 4th Cane Corso attack in the UK. Farm kills child. These things have been on a rampage. Here's more. I'm not exaggerating. And these stories really highlights how sick these dog lovers are. These are some truly, truly very dangerously sick people. And I would like nothing more than for them to get help and snap out of it. Nobody in their right mind suggests these things as the best friends of children. And that's exactly what they did with that sickening little video. Dog mauls baby to death after becoming agitated during an argument. Y'all remember I reported where the dog attacked a baby, and they said that the dog attacked the baby because there were two people outside on the porch having an argument. That was a cane corso. Beast with second strongest dog bite in the world destroyed after 3-year-old boy. Is that the same one? My goodness. 3-year-old boy. Yeah, it's the same story. But yet these nutters in this video, can you believe they made a video like that? Like what are you basing this on? This idea that a cane corso is gentle and a great family pet. People, this is what I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest. These nutters simply make things up. They figure they can say anything, and as long as it sounds good, then people will buy it. And that is obviously what happens. That is what actually happens, people. Unbelievable. These nutters are sick. Why does your dog smell like fish? Why does your dog smell like fish? This was an article that surfaced today, just a few hours ago. I mean, the dog stinks regardless. And they're asking, why does it smell like fish? So the dog sort of goes back and forth between its normal mildewy stinking odor and smelling like a rotten fish. Yeah. That's why I don't want to come in your home. That's why I don't want you touching me. I want to be in your stinking car, your nasty, infected, disgusting, excrement and urine saturated seats. No, thank you. You're fishy. You got fish, anal sac, gland traces all over your furniture, slobber, spit, all kinds of bodily fluids from that mutt all over your seats. No, thank you. Yeah, I want people to look at dogs and their owners as nastiness, because that's what it is. Dogs are known for their powerful sense of smell, but blah, blah, blah. In this article, blah, blah, blah. Why does your dog smell like fish? Well, if your dog's been swimming, it may have picked up the scent of... Shut up. These dogs don't smell like chlorine. If the dogs smell like fish, then it doesn't smell like chlorine. What are you talking about? See what I'm saying? Goofy nutters. You got to question everything. You got to question everything, people. That don't even make sense. If it had been swimming, it picked up the scent of chlorine. Well, don't nobody really have a problem with the smell of chlorine. And we're talking about fish, not chlorine. Now look at this. Or if it's been rolling in something stinky, like dead fish. How often do you think that happens? How often do you think a dog rolls on a dead fish? What are you talking about? Boy, oh boy, these people are goofy. Now they're getting around to the truth. If your dog's anal glands are not being expressed on their own, it's possible that it has impacted glands. Alternatively, if there is a blockage in its natural drainage system, what? The thing is nasty enough. On top of how nasty this thing is, you're telling me that it carries sacs in its anus that has to be released on a regular basis and it stinks. Yeah, I hate dogs. Don't want to be around them. Don't want to go into people's homes who own dogs because they're nasty. Not because I'm mean. It's because you're nasty. Lord, this is disgusting. Natural drainage system. Okay, look what it says. If there's a blockage in its natural drainage system, the feces will back up and cause stinky gas to accumulate in its rectum. This gas can seep out and make your dog's fur smell bad. What? What? The dog gets constipated, starts smelling like, stinking like fish. And you telling me the odor comes through its fur? And that's exactly what it smells like. Dogs' actual fur stinks. And they're admitting it right here. Telling you that a stinky fish, rotten fish odor will literally seep into the dog's fur. Yeah, I don't want to come in your stinking, nasty house or get in your stinking, little, disgusting, nasty vehicle. Because listen, on top of what I just read here, these things still have dander floating around the air. You go in the house, the air is heavily contaminated with dog dander. Now, do a quick Google, find out what's present on dog dander. Dander is dead skin. Dead skin. And it is covered in traces of dog saliva, dog urine, and dog excrement. It's present on the dog's dander. That's nasty enough. But on top of that, its anal sacs gets constipated and a rotten, fishy odor seeps into its fur. Yeah, no thank you. That's why when you rub a dog, your hand stinks. You getting that nasty gas, fishy, rotten gas that done seeped into the dog's little stinking, nasty, oily fur. You're always talking about fur this and fur that. Fur crap. That's exactly what it is. So I just wanted to point out how nasty these things are. I just saved that article to show how nasty. Not as if you all didn't know. This, have I reported on this already? It surfaced in this media outlet yesterday. 1-year-old baby suffers dog bite. Now, if that was a bully breed, this was not a bite. It was a mauling. And they're all attacks. Call it how it is. Boy, they're really trying to minimize it. Suffers a little dog bite. A baby was attacked. A baby being attacked should outrage. That should send shockwaves through the population. Who attacked a baby? What attacked a baby? And whatever it is, don't ever let them around babies again. How many babies do dogs have to attack before people wake up and say, look, I don't want no dogs around my baby? What a bunch of sick, man. You people you gotta wake up. Stop being a little primitive, backwards, nasty, filthy human being. Now, what is this? I don't know how to get to the comment section, but there is currently 8 comments in the comment section, and I'm happy about that. Again, because this article just surfaced yesterday, and it already has 8 comments. Good. Good. That's a strong piece of evidence that the message is getting out. When you run across articles that just recently surfaced and they got a bunch of comments on them, many articles in the news don't get any comments, any at all. How many of y'all heard of this? Yet another nutter shelter worker was attacked. This time attacked by, guess what? Retrievers.
There were frightening and dangerous moments today at an area animal shelter.
A shelter employee recovering from severe injuries tonight after being viciously attacked by 2 dogs. Dan Levy was on the scene in Montgomery County soon after it occurred.
People, brace yourself. Brace yourself for some hardcore nuttery right here.
Part of the typical routine at this animal shelter, just like any other, is to make sure the dogs get out of the cages at least once a day and get some exercise. But when that happened here this morning, the result was anything but typical. When these yellow labs were let out Monday morning.
Yellow labs? Aren't these golden retrievers? Golden retrievers? The same golden retrievers this nutter trainer said is the #1 pick as far as a family dog being best with kids. You name a flipping golden retriever, you sick lunatic. I'm not being mean to these people. These people are being evil.
They turned on a shelter employee, causing serious injuries and leading to an emergency airlift to Albany Medical Center.
See? All dogs. I don't just want pit bulls exterminate. Exterminate these too.
I think we're always surprised to hear something like that. It's an awful, heartbreaking situation.
Heartbreaking. You got to be careful with that. Using words like heartbreaking. Oh, it's an outrage. An outrage. That people are as stupid as all of you to take care of dogs. We have no business taking care of these things, wasting our resources on these worthless mutants. You understand? They are depriving our economy. Presence of dogs hurts us in so many ways.
Nancy Haynes is Director of Behavior and Enrichment at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society in Menands. Unfamiliar with the specific details of the Montgomery County attack, Haynes points out even under the best of circumstances, with training and experience, accidents are going to happen.
Even the best training, no matter what, accidents are going. No, this wasn't no accident. I'm so sick of this accident narrative. Like that dog lover pointed out in that article. Dog attacks are not accidents. Accidents are things that are not meant, that are not intended to happen. Dogs intend to attack. They gave an example that a true accident is if you hold out a piece of food for a dog goes to bite the food and accidentally nips your hand, your finger. You can call that an accident. These are not accidents. Don't try to minimize it as if the dog doesn't know what it's doing. It just made an accident. Well, if something accidentally launches a sustained attack, a deadly attack on me, I don't want it around. I don't care what you want to describe it at. You can describe it as an accident all you want. The only way to neutralize the threat is to get rid of it.
You need to always interact with them like it's the first time. You always want to be watching their body language. You don't want to ever...
Walking on eggshells, terrified. Let's stare at the body language. Why would you want to be around something like that? Why would you bring it around your kids? Well, you got to stare at them nonstop. Not that it's going to help. If it decides to attack, you're not going to be able to stop it. Sound like lunatics. Walk on eggshells and be terrified.
assume that everything's going to be okay because they're living in a very stressful situation.
How? How they living in a stressful situation? They're getting free food, free water, free shelter. They're being pampered. They're too dumb to know that they're in a shelter. What are you talking about? If a dog is adopted, it will spend its time in the garage, in the basement, in the house. It's still going to be in an enclosure. They even have dog cages that they put dogs inside of. Dog owners do this. Put them inside these little small cages. So what are you talking about? How are these dogs supposed to be stressed when they ain't living no different of a life than they would if somebody adopted them? Making up all these goofy excuses. Trying to make up an excuse and give these attacks a pass. It's not going to fly. It's not going to fly over here, nutters.
The apparently stressful situation at the Ayers shelter has led authorities to quarantine the animals off-site in accordance to state law. Both animals, News Channel 13.
What? Again, I'm going to take this opportunity to point out and ask, what in the world do you nutters see in these goofy-looking, unsightly, vile vermin? Y'all go on and on about how cute they are. I don't see nothing cute here. Wouldn't it be different if dogs were actually adorable? If they actually looked cute? That would be a whole different story. Dogs are anything but. So what's the addiction?
13 has learned had been seized in recent weeks from an allegedly abusive environment.
You heard it?
Situation.
The apparently stressful situation at the Ayers shelter has led authorities to quarantine the animals off-site in accordance to state law. Both animals, News Channel 13 has learned, had been seized in recent weeks from an allegedly abusive environment.
But I can tell.
Oh, they were in an abusive environment. See, they're trying to give a pass, trying to make up an excuse. Oh, they attacked because they were abused. And they're in a stressful situation and were abused. I thought their history of being abused was irrelevant. That as long as you show them love, you can make them friendly again. That's the whole idea behind no-kill shelters. That they can be what? Rehabilitated. No, y'all not going to hide behind that goofy excuse. If they had never attacked anyone, you'd be out here bragging about how friendly they are. So you don't get to blame something on some human somewhere and you taking a wild guess anyway. These mutts ain't been abused. Dogs don't get abused. All they do is get pampered. They get free food everywhere they go. Ain't nothing abusive about that. Y'all can miss me with all of that. Goofy nutters. Y'all never make sense. You never make sense, no matter what you say, because like I said, anybody who try to justify the presence of these things in society, you're going to sound like a lunatic.
Tell you from cases that we've dealt with here, you see a lot of dogs from neglect cases that are very fearful.
You see how they bending over backwards to make an excuse for these mutants launching an attack? Trying to say that the dogs were fearful. Get out of here, man. What does stupid mutts have to be afraid of? They're afraid of this human that's giving it bowls of free food every day, every single day. Don't tell me this big dumb mutt is afraid of people who give it food and water. These things are just deranged. They're unstable, completely unstable, dysfunctional, brain dead, deranged mutants. That's the problem. And the only way to deal with that is to put it out of its misery. The only appropriate thing to do with dogs, and especially bully breeds, is to exterminate. Cull all of them. You never should have created them in the first place.
that haven't had a lot of socialization.
Oh, it wasn't properly socialized. He didn't have enough socialization. Shut up. Aren't you? I'm sick of that tired excuse. All dogs get is socialization. In this society, all they do is interact with people. All they do is see people. They interact and see people all of their stupid little worthless life. I don't want to hear nothing about no socialization.
Out probably their whole lives. So that also attributes to their behavior.
What? So it attacks people because it's not properly socialized. It hasn't been spending enough time with human beings. Like I pointed out several times, people, other animals out here are not socialized either. They literally never see people. And when they do, what do? They don't attack them. Oh, I've never seen this before. Let me attack. No, they run away. They run away. Even our mountain lions, they'll look at you and walk away. You cannot point towards a lack of socialization as the reason for an animal attacking. For argument's sake, I'm saying animal, when you don't see any other animals doing that. It's only dogs, which means dogs are simply abnormal and dysfunctional, deranged mutants. That's not an acceptable excuse. I want to hear nothing about no socialization, nothing about no abuse in its past. I mean, nothing but excuses for you to defend killers. Bunch of nutters, you're defending child predators.
That victim, we're told, is expected to recover. In Montgomery County, with coverage you can trust. Dan Levy, News Channel 13.
No, I don't trust none of you nutters. I don't trust you no further than I can throw you. No thanks. Let's get out of here. What are we going to do with these nutters? These people are a disgrace to our existence. And I'm fed up. I'm fed up. This surfaced today. What is this? Yeah, let me pause this. Get out of here. Police, latest 2 weeks. It looks like they worded this wrong. Dog attack that left 3-year-old girl needing plastic surgery. Oh my goodness. I've gone over so many stories like this. I start to forget whether or not I've gone over them. Is this that? I think this is that one where it was unprovoked. Yeah, I reported on this yesterday where the dog just attacked for no reason. I'm about to say, man, my goodness. National Dog Day. That's today? Huh? Okay. It seemed like every day is some type of dog celebration day. These nutters have created numerous days dedicated to these mutts. Now, what is this? Now, I did not report this. 2 youngsters rushed to the hospital after vicious attack by a trio of snarling dogs. Attacked by bulldogs. One of the victims was a 15-year-old girl. Suffered serious injuries in the neck, man, across her body. She was chased by the dogs as they were being walked by their owner without a leash. Their owner was walking them without a leash. How about that? And why would they use a leash? Why wouldn't they walk their dog without a leash? Looking at how much freedom they're given by the laws. They see how much governments cater to them. Why wouldn't they feel like they can do anything they want to do? This is terribly unfair, man, to people who are not dog people. Society completely caters to these people. Just like these nutters feel like they can't go into a store without their dog. They can't get on a plane without their dog. And they have society catering to them. Well, I can't get on a plane with dogs on it. What makes these people more important than us? Why should they be getting their way and we have to sacrifice and be put in a situation that we don't want to be in? No matter if we're allergic, we can have medical conditions or why we don't want to be around these things. But let y'all want to give these nutters laws to bring them in everywhere. A young man who ran, tried to assist the girl, was viciously targeted by the dogs as well. And look at the photo they chose to use. Man, look at that. Nobody can tell me this thing was created by God. There ain't no God nowhere that would create something like this. This thing was not created. Nature wouldn't create something like this. Somebody just rang my doorbell. And I got a problem with that. And I'm not going to answer it. Nature wouldn't create anything like this, people. This is supposed to be cute. Fuzzy? I don't think so. These dogs, the dogs that attacked, had already bitten someone in the past, 3 weeks ago. And they even attacked donkeys. They believe without intervention, there would have been a fatality. How long we going to put up with this, man? How long are our lawmakers, law enforcement, how long they going to stay silent about this threat? We don't need this. We don't need this going on in our society. And the dog nuttery is being promoted more and more and more and more. It should be promoted less and less, less and less. They should not be getting more promotion. The country, the world in general, needs to become anti-dog, gradually, more and more anti-dog. If for health reasons alone, it needs to happen. Now, how many people heard about this? I think I got a video of this.
And we begin tonight with a mysterious illness infecting and killing dogs in northern Michigan. The state is investigating to figure out why this is happening. 13 on your side's Andrea.
Another outbreak. More than 30 dogs have died from a mysterious outbreak in northern Michigan.
Flores is here now with the details. Andrea.
Nate, there are multiple prevention efforts that dog owners can take at home now in case this illness spreads from the Gaylord area and northern Michigan to here in West Michigan. A warning to West Michigan pet owners. A mysterious illness similar to parvovirus has killed at least 30 dogs in Otsego County.
Why do dogs always have these crazy outbreaks? People, they always have these crazy outbreaks. They're always having some viral outbreak. Just show you how nasty they are. That's a reflection of how disgusting, nasty they are.
this summer.
What happens is they present to a vet with parvo-like symptoms, the bloody diarrhea, the lethargy, vomiting, and upon testing at the vet, it comes back as negative parvo. And so the vet treats how they feel is the best treatment, and within 3 to 5 days, usually the dog has passed.
County Animal Control and Shelter Director Melissa Fitzgerald says this has mostly affected puppies under 2 years old, but some older dogs have gotten sick too.
We don't know what it is, so that's the scary part.
It's been kind of quiet as far.
They don't know what it is. So this is what they call a new emerging infectious disease. And like I said, there's around 3 to 4 new diseases that show up, zoonotic, every year, every single year. 3 out of 4 new emerging diseases are zoonotic. This is one of them. Why do these diseases keep popping up out of nowhere? Where are they coming from? You think they're coming from a bald eagle, some type of prairie dog, a gerbil, groundhog somewhere? No, coming from these dogs. I believe it's coming from these dogs, primarily. That's my personal opinion. These things are excrement vacuum cleaners. They're vomit vacuum cleaners, urine vacuum cleaners. They will lick, drink, and eat any type of bodily discharge from any other animal on earth. That's exactly why they're always sniffing the ground. These vile, disgusting mutants are always looking for something to lick, to drink, to eat. Filthy, nasty, disgusting mutants. They should be as far away from human beings as possible. These are the filthiest, nastiest, most disease-ridden mutants on the earth. Again, only dogs have these crazy outbreaks, and they have them like every 3 months. Some sick, crazy outbreak here, outbreak there. Many of them are zoonotic, which means they can be passed to people.
As far as we know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that won't change.
The parvo-like illness hasn't been reported in Kent County. Animal Shelter Director Angela Hollinshead says the best protection is vaccination.
What I hope is that this is a strain of something that we're familiar with, so we have the ability to...
What good is a vaccination if you don't even know what it is? You can't even create a proper vaccination. Isn't that right? Now, I'm no doctor. Anybody in the medical field, fill us in on this. Can you make a vaccine for something when you don't even know what it is? What are you talking about? No, the best solution is to get rid of the dog. That's the best solution. Stop playing dumb.
To have some protection with the vaccines that we already have.
Pet owners are also encouraged to clean up after their dog, keep them away from others if they're sick, and
clean up after their dog. What's that? What'd that mean? Pick up its dung? Is that what she's trying to say? You know, the dog lovers, they're always saying crazy stuff. Little roundabout stuff. Being all super vague and just sounding spaced out, zoinked out.
Encouraged to clean up after their dog, keep them away from others if they're sick, and watch out for what they're sniffing.
See? So you watch out for, so you gotta just sit there and stare at them nonstop. They're always sniffing. What do you think they're sniffing for? Why do you think they're sniffing like that? You think they're just doing it just for fun, for sport? No, they're looking for something to put in their nasty mouths. Always hungry. Always trying to eat. Another turnoff. Gluttony is disgusting. classy people, people with pride and integrity, decent people, they're turned off by gluttony.
And there is concern that because parvovirus can live in the soil, it can live on hard surfaces.
The State Department of
Oh, what a useless piece of trash these dogs are. This dog sniffing around on the ground and then immediately went from doing that to threatening people, barking. What a brain dead, useless little piece of trash. Always looking for something to eat, non-stop.
Parvovirus can live in the soil. It can live on
Ain't good for nothing but attacking life, and being gluttonous. There's nothing attractive about these things. Mama, stay on you nutters' necks. You really got to be a spaced out weirdo to find anything attractive or appealing about these things.
hard surfaces.
The State Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is investigating. Some samples have come back recently positive for parvo, and others are...
And y'all heard about these mutts testing positive for monkeypox. Y'all remember those dogs tested positive for the 19 virus. These things are always, it's like they self-create different diseases, bacteria, viruses, parasites. But if they did, they wouldn't tell us. They would not make that information public. It's only dogs. All these crazy outbreaks. Like I pointed out before, when you search for mango worms, virtually all you see is dogs. Just non-stop dogs. This is probably the worst case I've ever seen. This is horrible. Just fair warning, this is, this will give you goosebumps. Sorry about that. Let me mute this. Why do these mango worms or bot flies, why do they exclusively target dogs? Why? Why? What is it about dogs that attracts them? It's because dogs are nasty. These parasites dwell and thrive in filth. Now these parasites, these mango worms, have buried a massive hole into this dog. Like literally, people, it's almost impossible to find any other animal affected. Why? Why do so many things almost exclusively attract dogs? This man putting some kind of powder in the hole in the dogs. This is a horrible, horrible video. It's truly horrible. Look at this. Really? Put something in there to agitate these parasites? These are parasites. Anything. I mean, again, just imagine if you've never seen a dog in your life. Just imagine you never seen an animal in your life. And then you see one and you see this. Wouldn't you think something was wrong? Wouldn't you think that this was a creature that nobody should touch? Nobody anywhere? Why are these parasites exclusively attracted to dogs? Why? It's because they're nasty, filthy, disgusting. They're already germ-ridden, parasite-ridden. The perfect environment for parasites. Now these parasites are crawling out of this hole in the dog. No, thank you. Now you may say, well, my dog has never caught that and never will. That's not the point. The point is, this is a reflection of how disgusting dogs are. That parasites view dogs as the most appropriate host for its nastiness. But I tell you what, people are going to learn the hard way. People are going to learn the hard way. They're learning the hard way right now. Unidentified. Now, this again taking place in Michigan. Killed dozens of mutts. Largest outbreak is by Gaylord in northern Michigan. Oh well. I guess the universe is turning against dogs. Could this be the result of the energy that we're putting out here in the universe? Notice how many random crazy things happen around the world. This surfaced yesterday. Florida man facing abuse charge, accused of killing dog with a baseball bat. Killed the mutt with a baseball bat. The dog bit him. He got mad and killed it with a baseball bat. I'm starting to notice a lot of people are getting fed up and they're starting to snap on dogs. They're starting to snap. More and more people. That's also on the rise. How more and more people are starting to flip out and lose it. It is the energy we're putting out here. When people know the truth about dogs, they're going to have less tolerance for dogs. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me. This stream was not short. Y'all know I do this all the time. You know, I just have so much work. It's just hard to make it's hard for me to make a short live stream, which is crazy. I used to look at these hour and a half live streams as way too long when I first started doing them. Now it's like, it literally felt like a half hour. I feel like I've been talking for only about 30 minutes. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me for this rant. Once again, have a lot of work to do, and I'm here to gladly do it. Shar, all the moderators and members in the building, ABQ, Louise, Toxic Paw Print. Make sure y'all subscribe to all of the anti-dog crusaders in the building. Kittens, what's up? Esmeralda, good to see you. Toxic Paw Print is a content creator. Make sure you check them out. As well as, we got any other content creators? But like I said, shout out to my literal content creators. When you leave comments, you are creating content. When you leave comments, you're creating content. And I very much appreciate everybody's putting in work out here in the comment sections of these videos. Please keep up the good work. Stay clean, dog free, safe. And I hope to see you all on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.